Hey everyone, I'm Rather Incoherent. Today I'm bringing to you Operation Onion Scorcher, the best named mission so far in the campaign. Our team has an issue. It's called Corporal Mid-Range Corps. Corporal is rank 2. It's thoroughly the mid-game at this point. Rank 2 is way too low. And this is the mid-range core of the team. I should probably bother to kettle this gun though, huh? Have a scope and have a lightweight stock to counteract the fact that it's incredibly heavy and slows you down. Now, the issue with the team is pretty much that. All of my sparks are pretty severely messed up. We're looking at 8 of 13, 5 of 13, and 13 of 13, and notice they all have more health than they used to. And they also all have one more armor because I built the reinforced ramps. I figure if I got all of my sparks mauled doing too many missions with them, trying to get multiple consecutive, what are they called, supply raid missions unlocked. If they're the ones getting mauled for it, I should probably build them the armor that helps them to not die, right? So I finally spent the money and built reinforced frames. For the longest time I was trying to convince myself, just don't build reinforced frames, save the resources, build tier 3. I think I'm going in defiance of the intended plan with Covert Operation though. I think instead, I'm just kind of freely full upgrading to tier 2. Because the plan is that I can use these sparks because they don't get tired to go on more missions than normal. And as a result, I should be able to go on enough extra supply raids to comfortably fully upgrade into tier 2. That's the hope anyway. Right now, we're trying to get our roster a little bit wider. We don't have enough Marines or enough field support, so these guys who are really just covert ops soldiers up till this point in time need to go on missions, need to get experience, need to be sergeant. And as far as the rest of the team goes, it's the guy who fixes the sparks, the guys that blow up cover for our mid-range core of incompetent dudes. That's pretty much it. Straightforward team, straightforward plan, very difficult mission. Let's see how it goes. And as we load in, if you want to hit the like and subscribe button, I'd greatly appreciate that. All right, we started and immediately saw a heavy turret. Always a little bit alarming when the game instantly snaps to an enemy. Okay, we have 9 turns. The objective is decently far down the train. Nothing too bad, though. We're going to start by just blue moving out directly on Cryolite Commando. No eyes. We're going to take the grapple. We want to move as much as possible. Going here could just reveal instantly, so it's not actually beneficial in any way to make that move. This is too far forward. I want to stop and cover in case there's somebody right here in Fog of War. All right, there was, but it was a normal person. Second turret. Just going to move up a little bit further, keep looking down. Still nothing. Now, to start this mission, I'm just going to have Big Large heal twice, I think. Yeah, that's the plan. We have to immediately fix these sparks because they are not in fighting condition at the minute. And they're too important to just, like, not move and heal themselves for a couple of turns. Also, it's just brutal how much damage is on these infiltrators. They've had to tank, and they are not good at it. Now, this additional point of armor on Dread Mechanism is going to be massive from the upgraded tier 2, what's it called, chassis. I'm debating if I want to stop and heal. I am going to take the heals. We're going to use the extra turn timers we've gotten from our resistance cards to take a couple of heals. Free action unload the gun, huh? How big's the AoE? I mean, that's not actually small. That's pretty substantial. Everyone's at full. Hell yeah. Okay. Dread Mechanism's going to run forward to here, but no further. Make sure that I don't get caught by anything. Common Engineer is going to sprint up to the roof because they have no ability to do so. Everyone else will probably have to stop further back. No surprise there. I guess I'm going to stop. I'll walk over here. This technically makes it a little bit harder to spot Dread Mechanism if something walks around the corner. Also, there's a tower here. I should really check out what it does. I am very, very bad at hacking towers. Hi. How are you doing? I think we pulled. Why did Overwatch? We're still concealed. Why did Overwatch? You can't do this to me. You gotta tell me what the rules are. So I've reloaded the save, and combat music is playing now. I no longer see the man. Everyone is concealed. The turret is actually on Overwatch. I have no fucking idea what's going on. I'm just gonna keep moving forward and act like nothing is wrong, okay? Nothing in the alleyway. Guard pod has... I'm just so frustrated. I just want the game to be normal. Why can't you just be normal? If we could all sprint past this and just pretend it's not happening, I'd really appreciate that. I just want to leave. I just want to get away from this. I'm not playing well. This is not how you're supposed to play the game. I'm making bad decisions, but I just want to get away from the turret that knows we're here. I don't like that. They can get to here. They could run out the front of the building, though I can't do that. We gotta move to here instead. Since Soldier can't get out, that's fine. Take the Pioneer up top, too. Take the other Infiltrator up top. I don't understand why I don't have camera control. Have I moved big large? No, I just took camera control away to freak me out. Thanks, game.
Getting it done.
Okay, we're just gonna move and ambush the guard pod. We're just gonna...
On the move.
I didn't think there'd be a pod there. We're fine. We're gonna walk away from the two turrets on indestructible high ground. You want to hang out on top of the super explosive. Did you just spot us? Wait, seriously, do they know we're here or not? I'm technically in cover. And because you would be flanked if you stepped out, you're not stepping out. Easiest game of my fucking life. Now, what all do we see right now? Like, what is actually the best way to start this ambush? This seems pretty good, right? It might just kill them all if I roll 7 and blow up the explosive. And even if it doesn't, it's still blue move AoE 6 damage. Admittedly, I will lose the loot on the Codex if I blow this up. Actually, the Codex might live. How much damage does this do when it explodes? Enough to kill 2 of them. I'm not sure which 2. I need to get this camera back over there. The Sectoid's the only one who win because of the ablative frost shield and reducing it by half. Oh, hey, there's that pod I saw a second ago. Oh, man, there's just... I should take this mission more seriously than I am. I'm just frustrated. I'm just looking at this overwatching turret. I'm like, just pull. I don't want to deal with it. Just pull so it makes sense. Okay, cool. Now that we've pulled, that trooper is pretty fucking advanced. You're right. Holy shit. So who's alive? It's these 2 and these 2. Who's 5 and 6? The turrets. Okay. It's the last couple of missions. This is still the same play session where I encountered the Berserker Queen for the second time, and the mission was like white screened 3 times. I'm sure I've cut out some of them because it happened like twice back to back. People were overwatching through walls, and then when I loaded the save, they didn't do it anymore because obviously they shouldn't be doing it, but that's why the UI wasn't telling me. It's the same like 5-hour play session, and I need to stop. After this mission, I will. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and run this Overwatch on my Pioneer by punching the Sectoid into the next dimension. He should be fine. It hits for 5 to 6. He has 5 armor, 2 ablative. What's the worst that can happen? Exactly. That explosion hit the entire pod next to it. The Mutant Legionnaire is here. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. If I can get vision of that, I can bombard protocol them before they pull. Oh, also, we killed the Sectoid. Good job. Who has the other bombard protocol? Here you are. Do we have vision of this? Do that. So, like, we have vision of it, but, like, not oh, we have vision of that one, though. Cool. Fuck that bod. Yeah, get out of my game. Cool, so we're playing a serious game of XCOM, right? Things are happening and I'm supposed to be concerned? Because it seems like it's going pretty well so far. Apparently, Delirious not giving a shit is the secret strategy to being very good at this game and killing everything immediately. It also might be having multiple infiltrators on the mission because these guys are a little bit busted. I can't see this one because there's a lamppost between us, so I guess we'll just like shoot diagonally across each other, across the beams. Yeah, they're fucking fine. There are other people who can help you, you know.
So it's a battle of the plates then, is it?
See, this one's getting help. Good. There are other soldiers on the team. They're allowed to do stuff. Where is that Marine? They would be great at this. Oh, that was you. You just don't look like a Marine to me. It's because you're so, like, metallic on your back. You're not even really colored. Anyway, 81% might kill. Oh, yeah, you have AP rounds. Guaranteed to kill.
Who's keeping score?
You can see... oh, he's right in front of you. I'm gonna go ahead and skulljack the guy from inside the building so it's actually safe.
Accessing targets.
So, what are our odds of getting some intel looking like? 2/3 of the time, I don't take wounds. Hey! And 20 intel. It's about time I started getting regular Skulljacks during missions. That gives you so many more resources when you're actually getting Skulljacks all the time. Oh, right, yeah, there's a guy over here. Fuck that, what are you talking about? No, there isn't. There's no one over there. What guy? I guess I'll Overwatch on my Marine. I'm just gonna move over and Overwatch. I don't remember the difficulty rating in the mission, but there could easily be another pod. Going to sprint down with Gothic Toaster all the way to that group of people. That'll be the end of the turn. That was a pretty good, like, what, second, third turn? Just destroyed 2 pods and 2 heavy turrets. Oh, there's the other pod. Who is it today? I didn't read before we came in. The Warlock, the new and improved Warlock, who just summons dudes all the time and never stops. Dude, if you show up at the end of the first turn of combat, do you know how many pods died in the first turn of combat? You should check your ego.
It's not gonna make things easy on us.
Cool, there's an advanced trooper. Were you already pulled? No, we're getting an Overwatch on him. Or we're trying to at least. Frost Tech, Advanced Trooper, Advanced Biotrooper, Advanced Trooper. What a basic bitch pod. Oh. Oh, fellas, no. No, that's not it. Reload. Shoot the rocket. Don't group up like that. That's not safe. What are you doing?
For every fallen child of the elders, humanity will
I mean,
in flesh.
I won't experience on Rampant Mystery. It's why I did the mission, right? So I take this shot on him. 20 of 25, I think goes up to 24 of 25 on a kill. 22 of 25. I'm just bad at numbers. Okay. Now, big, large, no. You. Can you get in range to see anyone? No. I didn't think there'd be another pod on this side of the map. It's just a little bit off-putting. I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Reload rocket. Gonna Fiber Giant move this way towards the weaker side of the map, and the weaker side of the map is just wherever the infiltrators aren't. Run forward to full. Is there actually like enough manpower over here to kill this guy? There really isn't. That's fine, we can just suppress him. Make sure fire discipline is set to 33 as always.
Sit down.
That's 4 pods, so the only concern is that I encounter a 3rd turret. So we can start moving towards the objective on this side. I want to move pretty hard left here to make sure that I don't get flanked. If I pull the Warlock, that's like pretty annoying, but not really a problem. Over here, if he sprints this way, he could get eyes, so I don't want to do the objective just yet. So I'm going to move over here in Overwatch in case the Warlock comes running in, which is a very real possibility. Oh, and 40%, huh? You want to turn off his eyes, maybe? Yeah, that seems reasonable. What's he gonna do? Shoot us through full cover? Fuck him. He's blind, he's disoriented. Oh, he's not disoriented. This is a baby Marine, but he's still suppressed and blind. That's pretty good. This is not gonna be enough to blue move anything. He's blind. He can no longer see enough to take a flank, but I am going to stop just to make sure I don't pull the Warlock unnecessarily. Nice try, idiot. I guess he is alive. 0%, like I'd expect from a blind, suppressed man. Cool, what do we have from the Warlock? He appears to be in the Valley of Death. Is he still summoning 2 zombies at a time, or is he up to 3 yet? Still 2 at a time. Now walk up to Dread Mechanism and take your licks. That'll be 1 down. No thank you, I do not want any. Ah, someday he'll do it. How hard is it really to land 260s back to back? I mean, come on. Okay, so like there's a guy here who really has no business being here and we can't get the flank on him yet. That's not true. I can just throw a grenade at him if I need to. Alloys, crystals, basic suppressor. Gotta be honest, I just don't want to deal with your shit. I have a decision I need to be doing. I need to be going down there and hacking stuff. Oh, right. Isn't there, like, a tower way back there? Yeah, never happening. I never remember to do this. Please walk away from the explosive man. And now I'll put an end to the explosive man. It was very pretty. Doesn't appear to have done anything. Oh, right, yes. Psionic constructs are notoriously not very vulnerable to fire. Fair enough. Got there eventually. 9 crit might have been more than we needed, but sure, thanks.
Let's move already.
We don't need anyone doing the objective. That's just silly. I don't know why I thought we needed to do the objective. We have a tech specialist.
Affirmative. Covering now.
So I'm just going to be getting in good positions and overwatching in case the Warlock runs up. He probably won't. The Infiltrator's going to be sprinting down to get involved. They might just be jumping on top of this train car, actually, to get the high ground in case he comes up with us. I can't do anything because he's busy running. Look at him run. He's so upset. Yelling. I hate civilians. I almost install the war crime mods every single time I see it. And then I remember that it would never, ever be optimal to spend an action to shoot a civilian. And it would just be a button on my hotbar for the rest of the time.
Your pride in your past victory over me will prove short-lived, Commander.
Dude, I don't feel pride in my victories over you. You really overestimate yourself. You need to you need to wind it back. I don't feel pride when I beat you, Warlock. Generally, I feel boredom. I feel, at best, moderate disdain and a slight sense of envy for people who get to fight more interesting Chosen. Now, can I hack from here? And I can hack from where I currently am. What does this do? I can get concealment. Squad concealment. I don't want reinforcements. Let's not get squad concealment. Stop. No. Cease and desist. Read what the penalties are. They're very important. Okay, so I'm just going to be running down to get in range to do the hack next turn. That's fine. Hey, if you want to keep running and yelling, you're free to do so. That's kind of what I figured. No eyes. I'm just out of range. I'm kind of tempted to overwatch on this. I actually am going to set the overwatch trap. That sounds pretty good. Now, as for Dread Mechanism and everyone else, this is explosive. I'm not going to make the mistakes of the people who came before me. Just going to move over here to get in a better position. Reposition on their Dread Mechanism, expecting to push forward next turn. Get here in Overwatch. I'm expecting to see some Spectral Lancers or something. I don't feel a great need to push super hard the first turn. Move to full cover, no reason to be there. Alright, let's see what you've got, Warlock. You are summoning loot for me, thank you. Advent Sharpshooter. Advance this time. Let's see if he makes it. Oh, he didn't move too far, he's gonna make it. Alright, so here's the Lancers. Oh, is that 3? No, it's just 2. It's just animated weird. I thought he was summoning one here, but they're over here and over here. Okay. Anyway, I don't think they're gonna make it. Get out.
Adjusting sights.
I want to be abundantly clear, we don't want any. Alright, good. Cryo-Light Commando got their promotion. How is Rampant Mystery looking on theirs? 23 or 25? He has eyes here. So if I can run up like this, and somebody could just chuck a grenade over real quick. Go ahead and reload your gun. Then that could clear out the cover. I don't think that'll be quite enough to kill in one. Not consistently. Yeah, all of our guns are just big dick guns that don't actually, like, let us set this up. Like, this is one of the smaller... Oh, you don't have eyes somehow. That's stupid. Well, suppress the Chosen then.
Enemy locked down.
Such audacity. Yeah, shut up. No one cares. Actually, no one cares.
I'm compelled to agree.
I cannot stand the Warlock over here telling me that I'm overestimating myself when he showed up after I one turn wiped the map. Like, what are you actually talking about? I'm just gonna walk up to you and pick up the loot. What are you gonna do, shoot me? Basic bed stock, basic reflex sight. Go ahead and take your incredibly low damage shot. It's not like anything else is happening this turn. 2 damage and burning, better than I expected, to be honest. All right, we have a hack on the objective. Resistance broadcast, what is that? I don't know what Resistance Broadcast or Watchlist are off the top of my head. I'm trying to learn what their names are. Every time it's a presence, it's gonna do that? Oh, it's incredible. I'll take the money. I just want to go. I just want to leave. I want to stop watching this. Oh, this fucking mission. Okay. Objective accomplished. We just need to go bully the Warlock a little bit more. Run forward to better bully. I'm gonna get into full cover here to make sure the Warlock doesn't just shoot Synth Soldier. Although he is suppressed, so it probably wouldn't matter even if he tried. I don't want to take cover on the explosive tank. That sounds like a bad deal. Oh, you're immune to melee, not explosives. I'm sorry. I got mixed up somehow. I thought you were immune to explosives. My bad. I don't know why I got it in my head you were immune to explosives. You just totally aren't, though. Like, that's not a thing. Circle round to the side that will actually be relevant cover during this fight. Go ahead and introduce him to our new friend, the Frost Grenade. Or sorry, the Acid Grenade. Get rid of the rest of this armor. We're gonna try to set this up so that the Marine can get the kill at the end. It's not important, but I would like to. He's burning, acid burnt, suppressed. It's a bad time to be the Warlock. That's kind of non-specific, though. When is it not a bad time to be the Warlock? He regenerated just enough to recover from his crippling burns. Oh, Mind Scorch is a chaining AoE. That's super cool. All right, I've only seen it, like, actually hit someone next to someone else, like, once. I had no idea. I was unironically not aware he did this. All right, Rampant Mystery, come forward, pick these two up. I don't know for sure that you get experience upon mission completion. I think you might get experience upon being in a mission, just in general, but I don't know if it's from finishing the mission successfully or if it's just from entering the mission. I've never really paid attention to the timing of it. It might just be generally a 6 experience. That's a 75. I'd like to try to finish you with that 75 if I can. We're just gonna keep shooting the flamethrower on Dread Mechanism. Probably should have overdrived. I'm just really not very fucking concerned. Is overdrive back on these guys, by the way? Oh. Well, that'll be the end of this nonsense. We are going to walk as far forward as a blue move can take us, and then shoot you. Repeatedly. Once. Twice. Thrice. Somebody with baby gun, go next. Not enough.
Enemy is still up.
Big Large, can you deal some chip damage? Good, thank you. Hunter of chosen the crit, he would have stolen the kill. Forget he has that every single time. It's very rare that it matters. All right, I've done everything I can to give you the experience, dude. Thank you. Good. Rampant Mystery, getting to Sergeant, officially a real Marine. That was fucking brutal. I'm not quite sure what happened because the last few missions have felt pretty tough. This one did not. I'm not sure what the difference was. Maybe it was smaller enemy pods, maybe it was standing on explosives. Maybe it's just an attitude change on my part. I don't think so. But that was funny. That was so one-sided, it was actually funny. Poor Warlock, poor Advent, poor Alamals. Flawless, 20 kills, no wounds. MVP goes to Big Large, who's just lying on damage dealt with the Skulljack, you piece of shit. Actually, let's be fair. Big Large got 20 intel. What did anyone else do? Anything? Anything at all? No, that's what I fucking thought. I agree, Big Large does get MVP, just automatically because he's the only person getting meta resources. Rampant Mystery actually with a pretty solid performance, although I did admittedly pad those stats a little bit to make sure he promoted. Briarlight Commando looking like field supports always do. Gothic Toaster kind of underperforming. And, you know, Sense Soldier and Carbon Mile sort of just doing all of the work. All of it, literally all of it. Just their overdrives was pretty much half the fight. Maybe more. Well, the only people who got promoted are the ones that I was making promotions happen on. But I'm happy to see it. We need to pin them down. You need this. If you're not disorienting the suppression targets, you're not actually reducing their effectiveness enough to justify the suppression. I did not realize that your face came through the front of the mask. I don't think it's supposed to. I think he's clipping outside of the helmet. I don't think it's supposed to be a Batman mask. Is that normal? This part right here makes it look really not normal. Oh my god, it's just that kind of day of XCOM. Cryolite Commando, I see you have some interesting animations going on behind you. That kind of day for XCOM. We take electronic surveillance, not smokescreen. I've made this mistake previously on my soldiers. There are hive enemies that are really, really scary. And they're going to be stealth. They're going to burrow. Chameleons will actually just straight up use stealth. In those circumstances, if we don't have 3 battle scanners on one of our soldiers, it's a nightmare. You need to be carrying battle scanners, and the fact that I haven't been doing that has been an egregious mistake. Right now, it doesn't matter. I need to be building towards that, and not doing that was a mistake. Delirium, always a bunch of basic mods, 21 intel. Basically, the main reward we got was from Big Large. Oh, and of course, we're also stopping Chrysalids from showing up everywhere. That's nice, too. There's a potential bond between Mystery and Cryolite. I'm not super interested in making a C-team bond, but Marine field support's a pretty solid bond pair. Because Marines already want field supports, right? Because the moment they AoE suppress their guns empty. Anyway, previously we were looking at stalling on another mission. Avenger Power is a permanent upgrade. Interesting. Probably going to do that over building faster. How far off, by the way, are we on our buildings? 9 on Workshop and 5 on Guerrilla Tactics. I was holding off on doing this mission. My idea was to use Den Mother and those shitty soldiers, but that's no longer necessary. So let's just go do this mission, no strategy layer at all today. I said I was going to stop after this, but it's a lost mission. It'll be fine. Infiltration mission expiring. That one sucked. It's fine. Let me double check that. That one sucked. It's fine, right? Yeah, this is Advent Collaborator. I've already got 2 unused facility leads. I don't care. Oh, this is a full-on mission. It's not even a covert op. It's a full-on mission. Absolutely not. I went to double check and then just no, absolutely not. I mean, most of the team's like, let's go again. That was great. Everyone's just still fucking here. I only lost 4 will on Big Large? What are you talking about? The reason that mission's UI broke is because Hulking Cardinal is bonded to Steel Guardian. So I did a mission that was supposed to give a bond, and it couldn't. So the UI just didn't know what to say. That's fucking embarrassing. Why are you bonded to another sapper? So I'm gonna be upfront with you. I have no idea why that bond is there. I view that as an explicit mistake. And it's the sort of thing that I, as the person in charge of the game, would love the ability to just be like, no, fuck that bond. That bond doesn't exist. If there were a mod that allowed me to kill the bond Steel Guardian has with Hulking Cardinal, I would use it. So I looked into console commands, and there are commands that are supposed to break the bond, and they don't work. There are also commands that are meant to create a bond, and those do work. So now Hulking Cardinal is in a love triangle with Dead Titan and Steel Guardian. I'm probably just gonna load the save from a second ago, but this is very funny. I could always, you know, get Steel Guardian killed, captured, otherwise dismissed from the military. That would also reset the bond status. The issue, as I'm understanding it, is the command for this doesn't actually work. It only reads the names. It doesn't actually read when you do bond soldiers. This B set bond at the end for true false. Yeah, no, it just doesn't read that. It reads, did you set up, it reads the first variables and always just sets the bond. I've tried both of those commands just in case it needs B set bond to recognize that it's going further. I don't think that would be the case. And then just to double check, we've also saved and loaded afterwards. Steel Guardian is still bonded to Hulking Cardinal, which is just a shame because Hulking Cardinal isn't bonded to Dead Titan anymore. Despite having been bonded for one point in time. Is Dead Titan bonded but only on their ends? Yes. Yes, exactly the case. Dead Titan has a bond with Hulking Cardinal. But Hulking Cardinal doesn't have a bond with Dead Titan. This is just unrequited love. I'm gonna give up on doing this. If anyone knows of a way to force bonds other than, you know, getting Steel Guardian killed, then go ahead and give me a heads up in the comments. I'm gonna go ahead and load the save before I start experimenting with all this stuff. I'm surprised there's not any mod that already handles this. I might just not know about it, though. It turns out I lied. I am fixing this, because not only is there a mod that gives you the command, I've already got it installed. After searching the front page of Google's results, I found a 5-month-old Reddit thread, and there are a couple of modders where whenever I look anything up, I find the same modders in the community answering these questions. Iridar's one of them. He's a very prolific modder. And the additional soldier commands, or soldier console commands mod, which I already have, includes reset bond for selected soldier. I rebuilt his class instead by accident because I hit down and it doesn't do what you would think it would. Interesting that hitting down goes to that. I believe I need to redo his promotions now. I'm sure it's not hard. It's always the same. We go down the top line because the grenade man is here to throw grenades. His experience appears to still be right, yeah? 98 of 100, that's not a regular number, so yeah. Ignore that. That doesn't matter. What we're here to do... I just assumed I could hit down and it would go to the thing. I'll type it out individually then, because hitting down doesn't go to it. That. Bond reset successfully. Go to soldier bonds. He's not in love with anyone. You know why? They broke up. The commander came up and he was like, Steel Guardian, look, man. I know you're a big fan of Hulking Cardinal, but look, we both know Hulking Cardinal can do better than you. You're holding on back. If you really love him, then you gotta let him go, man. And now Hulking Cardinal can form a bond with the A-Team member, Dead Titan, who he has no natural compatibility with, and form a new poster, which will be infinitely sadder given the future context that when we go through the campaign, he'll have a second bond poster because he broke up, or friend broke up with Steel Guardian. Oh man, that's very funny. I'm not gonna make a habit of breaking up bonds like that. That's just the thing at the beginning of the game. I made a mistake. Like, it's two sappers bonded together. I clearly was not thinking when I made this decision. What was I doing? I was like kidding out a mission. We have to go conquer something. There's a sabotage transmitter called Operation Oxidizing Agony. Fuck that. Which show of force? This is gonna be one of the worst missions in the campaign if the name's anything to go by. Now, is Dead Titan available anytime soon? Because if so, I don't want to send Hulking Cardinal. Dead Titan will be back in 28 hours. I like to hold on to Hulking Cardinal to send them out together. On the same merit, Dead Mother has 15 hours left, so even though her bond partner, Mercury Hulk, does have full will, I can't send them. I want to save them to go together. We'll take the other field support, Perfect Tragedy, been ages since this guy saw a mission. Arrogant Plebeian is at full will. Prowling Magus is also desperately in need of some more experience. How many marksmen do I have? I have 5. Prowling Magus is just one of them, and they never go on missions. They're at 10 experience. Oh, that's real bad. They need to go on some missions. I'm gonna build this now, even though I absolutely do not need it right now. I'm making a single Holo Targeter Mark II. I'm probably never gonna use the Holo Targeter on my support. But in a not too long, like maybe 1.5 months of game time, we'll still be at Holo Targeter Mark II levels of tech, and we'll be having an A-Team Den Mother who has both the abilities that make this very worth having. Alright, so this team is very largely the same as the team we just sent. All 3 Sparks, the Sapper, Big Large, all of this is still the same. The 3 new people, we have a new Corporal that needs training up, and Prowling Magus, a marksman who hasn't even gotten to Sergeant yet. And then we have our Sergeant, Perfect Tragedy, who really does need to go on more missions. They haven't seen that much action. And Arrogant Plebeians just sitting at full will. They're a Common Engineer, great unit, good to get that will regenerating, so. All of these people at full will as well, just nice to send them. Expecting to see Gothic Toaster drop all the way to shake, and they've lost a lot of will already, but I'm fine with losing a Sapper for a good chunk of time. I'm still getting the 2 missions I expect out of them. But for now, I'm done. I've been rather coherent, I've been having a blast with XCOM 2. I hope you've been enjoying watching, and I'll see you in the next one.